Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing today? I'm back. I just paused from a brief video that I'm editing. I'm working on a video for my YouTube channel, and I wanted to look at some of the LA protests. We caught some pretty interesting stuff Monday when I came on. I usually stream Mondays and Fridays, but hey, I mean, this is some stuff it's unprecedented. I didn't think this was going to happen now, but I mean, it's definitely something that we should be looking at as a people. So I don't know where you're joining me from. I just upgraded my StreamYard. I have Facebook, I have YouTube and Kick that we're live on right now. Let's watch this shit.
The Trumpers in the comment section keep saying that we're paid protesters. Okay. Feel free to pay me, link in bio. The DNC is here.
How's everyone doing today?
They're going to sit there saying I'm getting paid anyway. Feel free to do so. DNC, George Soros, if you're tuning in, buy me a sandwich.
We're reporting live from Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Dest is live on TikTok. Make sure to go follow Johnny, Mr. Johnny Desta. Hi, Lindsay. How are you?
Oh, they're doing an interview.
I decided to go live on 3 platforms today. We'll see how it goes. I'm streaming to all at the same time. We're just going to be kind of having an open conversation, open floor conversation, looking at the protests that are still going on in Los Angeles and, just talking about it, seeing what's going on there. Lindsay says, I'm okay. How are you tonight? I'm doing pretty good. I'm kind of stoked about StreamYard because they let you stream to 3 platforms at one time. I think that's so cool.
This morning to not show my face today, let me tell you.
So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Kick right now.
Some people
That's pretty
are like,
cool. It's worth the money for me.
Cover your face. You don't want them to identify you. I'm like, yes, I do. Because if they can't identify me, how are they going to know how to ask me for beauty tips?
How you doing, Miss Fancy Pants? You guys like the comments on the stream?
All right, I'm so happy with how peaceful this protest has been today. This is phenomenal. Again, the only time in which it wasn't peaceful today was when a couple Trumpers showed up to provoke people, and nobody let them.
It does seem like the protest here. Sorry, this shit is way too loud. I can't hear it. I'm going to turn it down in my headphones so you guys can hear. But it does seem like the protests are getting increasingly more peaceful, which is great, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. I don't know if you guys like the comments on this side. I think it's really cool. I upgraded my StreamYard so I don't have the little watermark. And I also get to see everyone's comments float on the side. And I get streamed to 3 places at once. Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want to stream to 3 places at once? Come on, guys. I could stream to, I don't know, there's like a ton of places. I just don't like that there's not TikTok on there. I probably could do TikTok, but I really don't know how. I did not think I'd ever see the day when our military was used against our own citizens. Look, it's absolutely unprecedented. But if there were a time, it would be during a Donald Trump presidency. It would be now. It would be now. Donald Trump, in my humble opinion, fires people up so much so that they... This is out.
Okay, y'all. If you haven't already, hit that follow button.
You hear him. Hit that follow button. We're watching Johnny.
You may think you're following, but you're probably not. So double check and hit that follow button if you haven't already.
Okay, I followed you, Johnny. We're watching Johnny Desta on TikTok, guys. We're watching
because I'm gonna need to
He's probably going to get off
that
soon.
place open? I
So we
need to
can
like
switch
run into a
around and
place
see
and
which
use the
trains we
restroom
like or
and
whatnot.
stuff. I'm telling you, y'all. It's swear to God, it's either going to be in one of these restaurants or it's going to be on somebody's memorial tree.
You worry about Saturday? Yeah, I worry about Saturday as well. I worry about Saturday as well. I would love to
Okay, y'all.
go.
I'm going to be closing up. Running across.
I would love to be a part
I gotta
of
close up and use the
my
restroom and
city's
stuff.
protest
So, you
on
guys
Saturday.
hit that follow button. I'm gonna count to 10. You guys hit that follow button, and we'll be back with documenting more protests.
Getting out
okay?
and protesting.
We are in
will
Los
change
Angeles,
you
California,
culturally.
documenting the
Because you feel
protests
like
against
you're
Donald
actually
Trump's
making a
federalization of
difference,
the
right?
California National Guard and unlawful mass deportations. If you are interested in seeing these protests unfold as they happen, then hit that follow button right now. We are going to be protesting them all week up until Saturday when we visit Philadelphia for the National Kings.
I'm gonna take a second and talk about. I can't talk while he's talking, but I feel like, it's something that you should experience. You should at least experience once in your lifetime protesting. You should at least go out and protest at least once in your lifetime, right? But the idea of the person you're protesting, he just ended his live. We'll go to another one. The idea that the person you're protesting having tanks and a military parade on the day that everyone's protesting, it just doesn't, I don't like that. It's an excessive show of force. But my thing is, who are you showing the force to? If there are 1,800 protests going on in the country against you, your administration, and the like, who the hell is the excessive show of force to? Your own citizens. And that's why we're here right now. That is why we're here. But here's another one. They're becoming increasingly more peaceful from what I'm seeing so far. I haven't seen any violence here just yet. Hopefully it stays that way all day. But here's another one. Having tanks where? On his birthday, June 14th is Flag Day. It's a national American holiday. And Donald Trump thinks it's a good idea to have a military parade on that day to show the strength and force of the United States military. And the strength and force of the United States military is only being used within the United States right now, from what I can tell. So who are you showing this excessive show of force to on your birthday at that? And then he's made remarks and said things like, anybody who protests on my birthday will be met with big force. So you have all these tanks and military people, and you're trying to discourage people from protesting. It just does not sit right with me. It does not sit right with me. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, guys, I don't know. I hope it goes peacefully, because you already know there will be supporters on both sides out. There will be Trump supporters at the parade. There will be people against Trump's government out. 1,800 protests. So what the hell happens? Like, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but what the hell happens when the parade Trumpers that are going there to see Trump and the parade clash when they clash with the protesters that are going to be in DC? They're going to be DC protesters there, and they're going to be people there to support the parade. So I'm only really truly worried about it in areas like that, where like there may be people on the ground with conflict, and you already know what side the administration's going to take when it comes to any people getting into a conflict over the administration. They're going to take the ones who appear to be on Trump's side, right? Not only that, it's going to cost $45 million. Where's Doge? I don't know. These military efforts are costing a lot of money as well. So it's costing a lot of money for them to do this, guys. A lot, honestly. And people are still going to march. I don't think it's going to stop them from marching, you know?
En Broadway, esa es la College y la Broadway. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, California. College and Broadway.
They're marching here.
I'm gonna cross the street so I can get in the shade. Voy a cruzar la calle para ponerme en la sombra porque está cabrón.
This guy is on TikTok as well, doing his damn thing. I have you guys' comments coming up here on the screen. You can see him here. I don't know if you guys
I'm
like
leave
that
the phone
or
down
not.
for a minute. Voy a dejar el teléfono aquí un ratito mientras tomo un poco de agua.
He's thirsty, poor thing.
You have your walking shoes? Oh yeah, I knew better today. I brought my walking shoes, I brought plenty of water, Gatorade, snacks, a sun hat.
He's taking a break. That's the only thing about protesting. You got to be in tip-top shape, right? Don't you have to be in tip-top shape? Goodness.
Yes, let's be respectful. Doesn't matter what side of the
shape
fence
for protest, right?
we all are, but we can all just see what's going on. Take a look at what's going on right now, and let's just keep the comments respectful so that, they don't shut us down.
You guys, so the first couple of days that I was watching this protest, I hadn't gone live yet. I went live Monday on it, and I'm live right now on it, but like it was wild. It was wild at first. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. It was wild. It does seem to be like the more people that join it, it seems to be getting more organized, and you're going to have a group of people who want to start chaos and do things of that nature. But honestly, in my opinion, guys, the administration has offered nothing positive to its constituents, right? So when people are being poked and prodded and taken advantage of, sometimes some people just get pushed over the edge and they'll snap, That's also a possibility. So here's a place where all of the destruction was going on the first couple of days. There's a lot of graffiti down here in this area. I know because there's this big donut here. It was super funny because all the police were like right in front of the donut, and people were in the comments talking about like why like they're protecting the donut and all that. So it was pretty funny. Well, let me see what's going on here. It's pretty calm now, and I feel like Trump and the administration failed to give the governor and the mayor enough time to willfully assess the situation. I feel like they're doing fine. Like traffic is slowing down, things are happening. And of course you're gonna have people saying this is because they brought the National Guard in. I do believe it would have gone back to normal without them as well. The National Guard only escalated things, and that's what people aren't understanding. And if you can pardon people, then there's no reason that the National Guard should be called on anyone citizen in the country. You know what I mean?
30 people at the Arco station.
That's a personal opinion, though, guys.
All right, I'm out. Follow me. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
It's pretty interesting, though. Oh, he got off live. He got off live. Damn it. Everyone's getting off. Like the two people that I've been on have gotten off. I mean, we can talk more about the military parade if you guys want, but there's like, okay, there's this guy's into the thick of it. Seems like he got back in the crowd. Let me see. Wait. Oh yeah, he's in Los Angeles. I was like, wait a minute, where are we now?
¿Se había metido aquí adentro?
Huh?
All have came in here, but they turn back around. Se están saliendo. Están saliendo. Usually when this happens, they start tagging up the walls. Agitators start breaking into businesses, and we don't want to see that. Cuando pasa esto, pues comienzan a quitar las paredes, a meterse a negocios y pues obviamente eso es lo que no queremos ver. So now they're going back south.
Yeah, this is Chinatown, I think. I don't know. I've never been to LA.
Sobre la Broadway.
Never. If I went, I would probably want to go. That sounds so foolish, but if I went, I'd probably want to go to Skid Row. I'd want to film Skid Row. I'd want to film.
Allá me hubiera quedado mejor.
Why aren't they throwing rocks off?
I should have stayed over there. They're gonna come back anyways.
I think that was just like a small group of people. I don't know how many people it was. They aren't by a bridge. I'm sure somebody threw a rock today, but I don't really know. Everything seems to be hitting more people.
They're just making me walk for nothing.
It seems to be condensing. More people are coming out, but it seems to be getting more organized. You know?
Here's the watermelon van again.
What the hell? What on earth is that? Humanity stands with Palestine?
Watermelon.
Honestly, I can say this. A lot of people might say, you know, they are protesting because peacefully this way, and they're only protesting peacefully this way because sorry. Some people may say they're only protesting peacefully this way because the National Guard came in, right? That's what people are going to say. Oh, they're only protesting now because the National Guard came and whipped them into shape. Absolutely not, okay? Things die down. If someone pisses you off, you're going to be more inflammatory and more pissed off in the first couple of days than you are on day 3, 4, 5, 6. They were actively going into the clothing store ambiance. They were actively going into these places the first day it happened, when we saw all of that start to break out. They were actively going into these places and taking their family members, taking their friends, taking people, snatching them out of work. So of course you're going to have more high tension, more chaos, more, outrage, because it's happening right then. More people joined the protest that weren't there the first day. People flew in to come to this protest. So it's becoming more what you would call organized protest, instead of just a couple of people that are pissed off because they don't want people in their city, right? So I don't think the National Guard had much, if anything, to do with how this protest is coming together. Honestly, I believe it's more of things are dying down because people, it's kind of blown over a little bit. People are still pissed off, don't get me wrong, but it's not that initial contact that we saw, that initial outrage that we saw. That's my opinion, right? And you said, now I know why the Demtards want guns. Honestly, Dingo Dave, the only people, and when we start talking about like political parties or political affiliation, the only people that I hear consistently brag about the Second Amendment are not Democrats. They're not. So that's my personal opinion. But hey, well, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, we're still going? Yeah.
They wanted the guns because they knew they were going to do this. Honestly, I feel like if ICE agents hadn't gone and taken their family members that have been in this country for years and years and years, right? If ICE agents hadn't gone and taken their family members and their friends, they wouldn't be protesting right now. You know? So honestly, I feel like it is what it is. People have the right to protest under the First Amendment. We all know that. They have the right to protest. And I'm tired of seeing all of the comparison with January 6th and this. Okay? Honestly, I don't know why do we consistently on both sides keep comparing the two? They're nothing alike. But we're removing anyone who's here illegally. Illegal immigrants don't have a right to nothing. They have a right to be treated like a human being and not a mosquito that you just want to whack and get rid of. They have the right to be treated like a human being. I've never seen a generation of people be so callous towards other human beings, right? And I don't think it's right. I really don't. I think it's absolutely a disgrace where we've come to. But I mean, what do you do? And this is what you do. You have to stand up and protest. And they're walking. I don't know where they're going to. No, it's not the same as an insurrection. It's absolutely not the same as an insurrection. Starting off with, it was the Capitol building of the United States of America, where laws are made and changed. One of the most influential buildings in the history of our country. One of the most influential buildings in the history of our country. I've gone inside of the Capitol, and like, it's outstanding. Outstanding. Not once, then or ever have I had the thought, oh, I want to tear this shit up. Are you crazy? Like, I don't get it. He's here to agitate me. It's fine. I like agitators. It's fine. I like agitators, but it's just, you know, it's not the same. It's not the same starting with it's the Capitol. It's the damn Capitol. These people are in the middle of the street. That starts it. You know, but it is what it is. If anybody's here on Kick or Facebook, make sure to comment. I'm going live in 3 places at once. I'm just trying it out, guys. I think it could help with exposure. But
be safe. I will.
I'm hungry, y'all. Or I want to eat.
I want to take this time and let you guys know that I have 2 other accounts that you guys want to give those a follow as well, just in case of anything. It is Castillo 80, which is this one right now, and Castillo 81, and Castillo 82. All 3 of them have a ugly picture of me, so you guys can miss it. Quiero aprovechar este tiempo de decirles que tengo otras 2 cuentas que si gustan seguirme ahí también por cualquier cosa. por si esta se baja o cualquier cosa. Entonces que me sigan ahí también. Esta es Castillo 80, tengo Castillo 81 y Castillo 82. Las tres cuentas tienen una foto fea de mí para que no falle.
I'm telling you, illegal immigrants have human rights, not constitutional rights. Honestly, America, I don't know what people like fail to realize. You know, I said this Monday. America is a country of immigrants. America is a country of immigrants. So the rhetoric that's been pushed by the far right, that we need to make America great again, that we need to make America less immigrant, is a very damaging one. America is a country of immigrants. And I think people don't understand how inflammatory it is to attack groups of people because of their legal status, when they really want to attack those groups of people because of how they look. They really want to attack those groups of people because of how they look. But they can't. So they wrap it in a bow and say, oh, they're illegal. These people protesting on that street right now are more than likely legal Americans. But you go on X and you go on these inflammatory social media sites, and it's like, deport them all. Deport all the protesters. They're Americans, though. They're Americans, though. Honestly. I know someone over here studying on a visa. I am scared shitless for this person. This person cannot have her own ideals about anything. She can't speak out about anything. She can't say anything. And she doesn't know if today or tomorrow she's just going to be picked up and brought back to her country. That's what we've become. That's what we've become. I've always heard the phrase growing up. This is an incredibly political live. I hope you guys can take it. If you can't stomach it, it might not be the live for you. But as we watch them, I've heard things like, America's a melting pot. What does that mean?
Están todos equipados para disturbios. CHP. CHP están equipados ya para unos disturbios. Ya traen todo el equipo. I'm not gonna focus in on them. No me voy a enfocar mucho en ellos, pero ahí de volada pueden ver. You guys can quickly observe. See, they are not playing anymore. Ya no están jugando.
Dingo Dave is really interested in the conversation. And I don't know where you're getting your rhetoric from, Dingo. Dingo Dave is crazy, but I understand. you say it's a plan. I think, you know what I think it is, Dingo Dave? I think you're a conspiracy theorist and you just don't know it yet. It's fine. It's fine. There's a lot of conspiracies that I'm like, about. Okay? I talk about conspiracy theories on my channel. I get it. But I think you're a smidge of a conspiracy theorist, and that is all right. That's all right. I've heard all kinds of conspiracy theories, and I mean, you might be that.
So you can see everybody's over here taking pictures of them.
Looks like a carnival.
This is the highway patrol. This is highway patrol.
Looks like a carnival. Oh my goodness. My normal audience is like, what is going on? Where did these guys come from? I'm live on 3 platforms right now. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, and Kick right now. So it's going down. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like there could be inflammatory tension on June 14th. Just because of how close some of those protests are to the military parade. And, you know, they will be supporters at that parade. So that does not sit well with me. I'm 56 years old, did 2 tours in Afghanistan. Okay, well, that's great. That's wonderful. Thank you for your service. But it does not mean we get to be overly exclusatory and racist. Would you just call it what it is to groups of people? Okay, that's not what that means. That's the side that I'm on. Okay, that's the side that I'm on. People have different opinions. When I talk about politics on my YouTube channel, I am often criticized about it. I usually talk about like other topics on my YouTube channel, topics that are, you know, that more people agree with me about, but it happens. So we're sitting here looking, and I'm trying to find something else that we can, wait, what's going on here? I'm actually ordering food too.
Este es la Broadway. Look, that guy is blocking traffic. Look, this guy is clearly blocking traffic.
I don't know who Goose is talking to. Dingo Dave, the reason why I can speak on the topic the way I can is because I have experience with the topic, okay? I've experienced these things. It's kind of hard to see it from someone's lens if you haven't actively experienced what it is that they're talking about. But that's how I can say that I know it's deeper than just, oh, we don't like them because they're breaking the law, get them out of here, they cost too much. It's a deeper rhetoric behind all of this. Way deeper.
In Temple. This is the same crowd that I've been walking with since we came through the park a bit earlier. We came this way into Chinatown and are going back into the historic core and civic center of downtown LA. Thank you, Edwin and Jojo. That's crazy. It doesn't matter if he's a felon or not. Would you let a tax felon be your accountant? Doesn't mean that we need to kick him out of the country. I'm not saying that, but we have, you know, restrictions. If you have a felony, you do lose certain rights and privileges in this country, and I think being president maybe should be one of them. Thank you, Philippe. Yeah, Randy, there's no point in having a conversation when people are saying he doesn't even have a felony conviction. It's a simple Google search. And as we know, a lot of people would tell us to do our own research, but don't seem to want to do it themselves at the moment. Oh, it's making me verify. I have to drag a puzzle piece into place. There we go. Mike Whalen, you're the one at a computer or at your phone right now not walking through a protest, I assume. Why don't you Google it? Take an opportunity to educate yourself. Don't rely on someone who you're not going to believe anyway to do it for you.
Okay. Let's look at some current events. I'm gonna go on my TikTok and look for some current events. Sorry, y'all. I'm ordering food. I'm hungry. I was supposed to do it before the video. But I didn't. Hey, don't sue me. They're just going through protests. The protest, from what I've looked at about the protest today, guys, I'll tell you this. Oh God, I just saw someone running. That's not a good sign. Okay, from what I'm seeing, and there's people out there with children. Okay, so from what I'm seeing from the protest, guys, it seems to be largely peaceful, condensed. There are cars like on the side, like they're working with traffic laws. It seems to be better than it was yesterday. So that's all we can hope for, is still the representation, but not the violence, right? So let's see. Make sure if you're watching me on Facebook, YouTube, or Kick to follow me, my YouTube channel. I wanted to go on TikTok. I feel like TikTok is good too, but I didn't see it on StreamYard.
We got the LA Times building, LAPD, Caltrans of downtown, Federal Courthouse.
It's my first time going live to Facebook or Kick. I went ahead and I'm super excited about StreamYard though. I didn't know, like...
Bree, that's incorrect. I was actually out here for 4 hours on Sunday morning. But first, I went to one of the businesses.
I didn't know, like, if you pay for the StreamYard... If you
in that area to spend my time and money,
you can stream to multiple platforms. I feel like that's so worth it to be able to stream to multiple platforms. Now it's to find out which ones work for me. You can do 3. You can do 3 for the first package, and I think the second package is 8, but they don't have TikTok. I think you have to set up TikTok manually, which I don't mind doing, but I just wasn't going to do it today. Let's see what we got here. You guys saw this one? This one's crazy. Hang on.
Focus.
30mm to someone 3 feet away who's asking your badge number. What am I doing? Huh?
That's okay. I'm gonna pop you right now because you're taking up my focus. Oh, you fucking bitches! Fuck you, bitches! Oh!
30mm to someone 3 feet away who's asking your badge number. What am I doing? Huh?
That's okay. I'm gonna pop you right now because you're taking up my focus.
I want to pop you right.
Oh, you fucking bitches! Fuck you, bitches! Oh!
Good God. Hey, Lindsay. I'm super excited because I'm on 3 platforms right now. I can stream to 3 at the same time.
Taking up my focus. Oh, you fucking bitches! Fuck you, bitches! Oh!
God, what's going on?
You just shut the fuck up!
Watch, if they shoot her.
Oh my God!
Is laying on the ground in a very intimidating way. So the good guys
Okay,
on horseback.
they
have to
shot her
trample
like
him
at
and
point
hit
blank
him
range.
multiple
What was that
times.
about?
You can watch him get up and flee.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I just need to see which ones work for me the best. Honestly, I don't think X is a good idea. X is not a good idea. I think there is Instagram Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Kick. Kick is new. It's like Twitch. And I don't know, there was like 10 of them up there. And I keep talking about TikTok, but I think this is pretty cool because it's like you can stream out and have content on multiple platforms that people can find and discover. I think that's really cool. I'm working on a video after we wrap up this live. We're most definitely going to have a video come out about a case over in Pakistan. I think it's pretty interesting. So I'm going to be trying to do. What the
20
hell?
millimeter to someone 3 feet away who's asking your badge number.
Do more of the true crime. So this is a video that Ashlyn from TikTok compiled of police brutality during the LA protests. Let's see.
What am I doing? Huh?
That's okay. I'm gonna pop you right now because you're taking up my focus. Oh, you fucking bitches! Fuck you, bitches! Oh!
You just shut the fuck up!
Watch, if they shoot her. Is laying on the ground in a very intimidating way. So the good guys on horseback have to trample him and hit him multiple times. You can watch him get up and flee in a very aggressive manner. So one of the good guys has to drag him to the ground and choke him.
Oh.
You can't give that. You can't call an ambulance.
There's no ambulance to be had.
Right there.
Look at the motherfucker.
I'm gonna make a fucking fool of you, Jaime. What's your serial number? What's your serial number? Yeah, all right. William Goof, Film the Police LA. Well, I don't want to hear shit. Fuck you. They told me to leave this way. I go this way. Put my shit back in there.
I'm not gonna get hit with these, bro.
What the fuck? You're taking my drinks? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
You wanna go or not?
No, I'm gonna write your ass up. I'm gonna have a good time with you, Jaime. 41161.
Look at this unlawful assembly of people. Man.
Immediately disperse. This means to break up this assembly and leave the area.
This is a crazy.
Do not do so, you may be arrested.
Big, scary, fucking LA protest. Look at that. Now, you notice when you see these videos and there's all this chemical smoke and all these fires, and you see all the cops and the National Guard in the background? Well, look, you don't see the cops and the National Guard here. Are there any chemical smoke and is there any fires? No. I wonder what the difference is. I wonder who's causing all that. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Aquí te mando esta carta.
Okay, let's see what else is going on.
Like, I cannot make this up. Look how many hours I work. Look how much I made an hour.
Okay.
At Factor, eating smart doesn't mean sacrificing flavor. I'm Leonard. I drive culinary innovation at Factor, and this is why our meals set the industry standard for tastiness. Factor balances indulgence with nourishment to keep you on track. Our 40 weekly chef-made options.
All right, so let's see what's going on in the news, guys. Start here.
We have significant breaking news right now. According to CBS News, Israel is fully prepared to launch an operation into Iran. U.S. officials are learning right now. This is one of the reasons why the United States has told some Americans to leave the region. And as a result, the United States anticipates that Iran could retaliate on certain United States bases and sites in Iraq. What this means is Israel could strike Iran. Iran could then strike U.S. interests in the region, and that could lead to a full-scale conflict in the Middle East. We have some big news right now. This evening, ICE has raided multiple churches in the town of Downey, California, according to NBC4 Los Angeles. Today, federal officials conducted enforcement activities at the Home Depot, the LA Fitness, outside the Our Lady of Perpetual Help Church, and at the Downey Memorial Christian Church, according to council member Mario Trujillo. An elderly man was taking his granddaughter to the Our Lady of Perpetual Help school when he was detained today. He was one of several detained as part of ICE raids in the city of Downey, targeting areas that are really innocuous, but especially churches, which previously, remember, ICE agents weren't allowed to target churches, places of worship. But that guidance has completely been lifted by this administration, allowing them to target literally anywhere and everywhere. ICE agents refused to give their names and denied orders to leave the church parking lot. Spread the word so more people know and follow along.
That's absolutely crazy. So you mean to tell me that ICE is going into churches now? Like a church? Well, people are praying, and that's absolutely terrifying. No one deserves that, man. No one deserves that.
They don't show me two of your subs, Daniel.
Imagine arresting. Imagine arresting someone at church while they're in church. And this isn't like some mass unalive or something like that. Just a person that's at church. You couldn't even have the decency to wait until they got out of church. It's just a joke at this point. Honestly, it's a joke. It's not something that I don't think many people want to be a part of or speak out on, but I do think it's important.
Lesbian 101 with any
girl. I think it's very important to speak out or speak up about. And you know, I understand why. Honestly, let me bring myself on the big screen. I'm very hungry right now. But I understand why a lot of people aren't speaking out about it, content creator wise, because they feel like it's going to damage their brand. Their views are going to damage their brand. In a lot of cases, that can't happen. People will stop working with you because you don't like a president or you do like a president. They will stop working with you. And a lot of people tend to stay away from speaking on politics. But I feel like it's important in a time like this to let it be known where you stand. It's important in a time like this for all the influencers. I'm a small influencer, right? I have 15 people watching me across Facebook, YouTube, and Kick, but I'm grateful for every one of those 15 people. Don't think it's me diminishing anything, but honestly, I feel like more bigger creators need to speak out and speak up about it, because it is very, very, very important. And I feel like it's a turning point in history. I don't really I haven't checked up on Gypsy in a while, but you don't see Gypsy Rose making videos like this, or any other big content creator. You don't see them making videos like this because they feel like it's going to hurt their brand, right? Me personally, I feel like I'm so passionate about it to where I can't not occasionally touch on it. I can't not occasionally touch on things like this on my YouTube channel. And we're on Facebook and Kick too. I do post some political stuff on Facebook. I've never gone live on Kick before. First time going live on Kick. So they're probably like, who the hell are you? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. For the people who are still in the comments with me, let's see what's going on. This person was like, yeah, she is.
Come join us. Yeah. Join everybody.
I'm gonna shut up for a little bit and let you guys watch. I've been talking too much.
We are in Englewood here. Yeah, come join us. Join us. We're tired of the injustices and tired. Human is illegal. No, 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 human is illegal. We're all human. We're not alien. We're all human. Human. We're over here in Englewood on Manchester. You guys, because people are driving crazy. Be careful. Jamás será vencido. Unido, jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido, jamás será vencido. We should walk on the street when the light goes on. Come join us, Englewood. Whoop-de-whoop. Whoop-whoop. Jamás será vencido. Jamás será vencido. Jamás será vencido. Jamás será vencido. Tap, tap, tap. Like. Follow. No, for No King's Day. No, I'll be doing the No King's Day, and then probably there's also gonna be a Pride one. Será vencido el pueblo unido, jamás será vencido.
Yes, politics have divided up families, right? I come from a family that generally all votes the same way, and they are on the right side of things. I don't think they even really my family, sorry. I don't think they even really care. They just call, ask who are we voting for, and then just boop 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 boop. They don't even look at the ballot, really. But I mean, hey, it's better than like voting the other way, you know what I mean? But like honestly, um I just hate how people make a snap agreement on someone just of who they agree with or what they agree with about who they are as a person, right? A lot of people are doing that now because they're saying, like, if you agree with Democrats or you agree with Trump and Trump's agendas, that must mean that those those things embody you. All of their policies embody you. But the thing about it is they're politics is like a scale. Politics is like a spectrum, right? It's like you can be in the middle, you can be all Democrats do not hate Trump. All Republicans do not like Trump, right? But when you say who you voted for, it says a lot about you because it most definitely shows where your ideals lie. Out of 9 out of 10 issues, we can kind of know, oh, you voted for Trump or you voted for Kamala. Oh, I know that you're agreeing with some of the stuff that Trump is up there on that stage saying, and that's ridiculous, right? That's where people are coming from. And then on the other side, people like, you voted for Kamala. That means you agree with a good amount of the stuff she's up there saying. That's ridiculous. But some people hold their beliefs, their values, and things true and close to them here. That's why things get so volatile, right? That's why it seems like it's a right versus left issue because people hold their values here. If someone is pro LGBTQ or pro immigration, they're going to hold that here because they may have a personal experience with it, have family or something that makes them hold it close to them, right? And to see that active people in the community voted against them as a whole will basically make them feel like, ew, I don't want shit to do with you. And we can flip that on the other end as well and say that people believe that by voting Democrat, you are crushing family values. If they hold their family values near and dear here, and the representatives that they vote for are telling them that, they're feeling like, okay, so if you voted for a Democrat, that must mean you're not for this. It's very extreme. There are people that are very extreme in politics because they hold their ideals here, and it makes things emotional, and it can make people stop talking to their family. People have disowned their family, their parents, and their kids for who they voted for. I'm sure on both ends of it. But at the end of the day, this broadcaster on TikTok makes a good point because she says, we're all human. At the end of the day, we're all human. How hard is it for two people to get along with each other? A dog and a dog will fight the first day that they meet. By day 2 and 3, they've learned how to live in tandem, but we as humans cannot learn how to live amongst each other. We're all human. There's a Trump flag out there. Hang on. Oh no, it says fuck. Oh my God, sorry. Hang on. Something's going on. Let's see. But I understand where you're coming from, Lindsay Lou. But I do feel it's gone to a point with how divisive Donald Trump has been in his language and in the inflammatory attacks against anyone who opposes him. His constituents now believe that anyone that opposes them, they can be also vile and repugnant to, right? the Democrats as well. Anyone who opposes us, we're going to push back and be vile and repugnant back. Right? So here we go. Let me let you guys hear what's going on.
Thank you for the gifts, thank you for the likes, thank you for the support, thank you, appreciate it, thank you. We're here in Englewood, yeah. You know, we're gonna have a No Kings Day on June 14th, and what I wish is that everybody would light up a white candle on No Kings Day to show Trump.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're good.
Left over here, and
you're good. You're fine. I like it when people talk to me in my chat. You're the only one talking to me right now, so I like that. I love that. I love someone to stimulate me so I can keep going. Pause.
Lay over here.
Pause.
Everybody, light up a white candle on No King's Day. And show him he hasn't turned off our light. There, we are here. We are not going to give up a fight that our ancestors fought for. We are not giving up a fight that our ancestors fought for. Trump is trying to take us way back, way back. We are in 2025. 2025. Huh? We're not going back. This is 2025. We're not going back. All you Trump supporters, we're not going back. We are fighting this. We are fighting this. We're not going back. All the name calling, all that stuff needs to stop.
Bro, the person, who is this? Arcoius on TikTok is live and she's rallying up the crowd. Bro, she has some of the best statements. She has some of the best statements. Beautiful. Love it. I love it. Xbox or Matt says, I hope things are peaceful. Things are very, very peaceful, and that's good. It took a while. And what I feel like people don't understand is that it was so volatile for the first couple of days because that's when it started. That's when it started. The police were out in front of the clothing store Ambience, and they didn't know where some of their family members, some of their brothers, sisters, so they were out there pissed. That's when it started. So you're going to have that inflammatory response at first, right? So I feel like while it's not right, okay, it's not right, people can only be poked so many times before they just explode. And the minorities in this country are under extreme pressure like this, right? Especially the ones that are being targeted for deportation. Extreme pressure. Kind of like this. Extreme pressure, right? So, I mean, it's like pulling the pin on a grenade. I'm sorry. Paid agitators, I hear this a lot, like people are paid to protest. Who is paying these damn people? Who is paying these people? Who's paying these people? You can get paid to do things, right? But when you look at the scale and you look at the passion of these people, right? Who is paying them? And they always say a billionaire. What?
Let's go.
That's true passion and that's true heart.
There's a lot more people coming. They started at 5 p.m. So come join
passion.
us. We need more people.
We need everybody to come out and support.
Everybody come out. Get out the house.
Doing, Lee?
Come join us. Share it. Tell your friends. Come join us. Englewood. We are in Englewood. Comment Englewood, please. Comment Englewood. We are in Englewood, Manchester, and Prairie. Some people honk us, some people don't.
Some people are like, God damn it, I just want to go
It's okay, but we're still here.
Somebody said doing it for those who can't. She sign said doing it for those who can't.
Thank you!
Woo. It's mostly peaceful right now, and it's actually, that's why I want to be a part of one so bad, because it's actually an amazing display of democracy, right? It's an amazing display of democracy. People writing their signs, getting out on foot, and it shows unity, because we're all in this together. We're marching for a common goal, right? We're exercising our freedom to march in the streets against something that we disagree with. That is a huge cornerstone moment for democracy, right? And I think if executed the correct way, where people can't spin the narrative, right? Because the narrative can easily be spun to, you're just trying to tear up the city. It is a wonderful and beautiful thing for people to experience, right? They're going to go home feeling so much better about themselves. They're going to go home feeling so much better about themselves and their current situation, no matter what it might be. They'll feel like, hey, I made a difference today in some kind of way. And I think that is a type of euphoria that can't be recreated, right? I don't know. I've never protested, but I can only imagine it's a great feeling to do something like this. Right. It helps people feel heard.
Join us!
You know?
The lights take forever here, but then we can go. Humanizing illegal.
I have something at the door. I'll be right back. Hang on. I'm at the door.
came out here to support the Englewood today. We need more people to come. We're over here by the forum. We're here in Englewood. Tap, 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 like, follow for the next one. It will be the No Keen State.
I'm back, guys. I don't know what I missed. I had to get something for my tooth. I got some Aleve. Food's coming in a different order, apparently. These guys are on their truck. They're standing on their truck or something. That's not a truck they're standing on. They're standing on something. But Lindsay, you said it makes people feel heard. The admin paid agitators for research purposes. Martial law if you don't like it. I don't think. Okay, guys, we have to have a conversation, right? There's a lot of. He thinks someone's gonna get a money shot of him. He thinks that he wants to be like the guy standing behind the burning car. But I don't think the press is not as there as they were in the beginning. But anyway, I feel like there's a lot of conspiracy theories in politics, right? I've heard some of the craziest shit come out of politics, right? Oh, they paid this person to do this, and I just don't understand, where are people getting the information that, like, all this information from? Some conspiracy theories are true, but some of them are just ridiculous. Like, you have to go to extreme measures to protect a person, place, or thing, you're maybe in a cult. Okay? And I don't think everybody that voted for Trump is in a cult, right? But I do think there is a subsection of them that cannot and will not denounce anything he says or does. Cannot or will not denounce anything that he says or does. And that is alarming. For someone who's studied countless cults, the resemblance is uncanny, my friends. It's absolutely uncanny. Because what are we doing? Let's see if anybody else is out there. They're just out there. Like, this is what we want to see. Right? When I saw the wild theories need to stop. I've heard some crazy stuff, right? And it's all brewing on X. X is an echo chamber for this shit, right? X is an echo chamber. One person says something, and it goes viral. Donald Trump can say anything about any person and it'll go viral in a matter of seconds. And tens of thousands of people will believe it. He can say anything about any person. He can say anything. He can say anything. And when you're blindly following a person like that, it's just too much. It's too much for me. Have your own mind. And that's just me, personally. Sometimes I go on TikTok and there are people on here having debates. Like this guy here, he has debates. So sometimes I go up there and talk with them every once in a while. But if Trump said he stubbed his toe, the media would say he's in a wheelchair.
No, I don't care if people are here illegally. I don't. Not even a little bit. I don't even care in the slightest. Not even kind of. Oh, but they're not here legal. Okay. Oh, but they're stealing our jobs. No, they're not. No, they're not. And I know you know that. No, they're not. Oh, they're taking Social Security. They can't even take Social Security. They pay taxes and then can't even get like half the benefits that we give. And even if they were taking our benefits, who gives a fuck? I don't care. Oh, they're taking our tax dollars. Okay, have my tax dollars. I'd rather have someone who has come here illegally get access to my tax dollars than the U.S. military. I don't care about it. I don't care if anyone's here illegally, and I don't care what they're doing. I don't care if they're drug dealers. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't care if people are here illegally. I don't. Not even a little bit. I don't even care in the slightest. Not even.
She doesn't care if people are here illegally. Honestly, she's a little further left than I am, but I'm pretty left, right? But I think there's a different way. I think there's a different way to go about it than saying it that way. You know, there are people. There are radicals on both sides, right? But the radicals on the left at least stand for something, right? I'm sorry to put it that way. Okay? The radicals on the left are not racist. The radicals on the left are not racist, okay? She's left. She's far, far left. She doesn't care. It doesn't affect her personally. She's a content creator, right? She makes money on posting content. It's not gonna, if someone's here illegally, it's not gonna affect her pay. It's not gonna affect her life, right? I get where she's coming from, but it's just, you know, it's kind of the way you say things sometimes. It just kind of popped up. And people resonate with it. She has 621,000 people that like this. They don't care. People don't care, right? I care if they're harming people. You know, I definitely do care about that. But the thing about it is, the rhetoric is so damaging because you make it seem, you know, we make it seem as if these people. We make it seem like these people come in the country just to do crimes. That's the problem with the rhetoric from the right. We make it seem like these people just come in the country and they're like, okay, let's just start our crime career or our crime spree. Let's just do it. A lot of the people are working. They're paying taxes. They don't get any benefits from those taxes. They're working. How do I know the people are working? Because they're picking them up from work. They're picking them up from work. They're picking them up from church. They're picking them up from graduations. They're having like normal lives, like normal people. So to paint it as, oh, they're all criminals, that's crazy. Because I've seen some crazy ass American criminals. I talk about them. I talk about them on my channel. There's some crazy ass American criminals that we let get away with anything. Anything. Okay? Anything they want. If you have money in America, you can buy your way out of a lot of shit. And don't tell me it ain't true. If you have money in America, you can buy your way out of a lot of shit. So while we're focusing on people who genuinely are coming here to make money, to generate revenue, I think it's disheartening, right? to try to paint it as they're all immigrant. They're all criminals. They're not all criminals. They're not all criminals. Most of them are hardworking people, right? When did we hop on the bandwagon of they're all criminals? And why are we taking our resources away from finding actual fucking criminals? There are actual criminals in this country running amok. There are actual criminals in this country having a fields day because Trump's not looking at them. And they have enough money to buy themselves out of any issue they get into. But we're worried about people coming from different countries to make a better life here. And how do we know they're not all criminals? How do we know? Because they're on student visas as well. They're studying in our colleges and universities as well. They're studying in our colleges and universities as well, right? I've been to Mexico, Dingo Dave. I've been to Mexico before. Okay. It was more of a touristy area in Mexico. I'm not going to sit here and say I went to some random place in Mexico where I didn't know I was. I went to Mexico legally. Yeah, I went to Mexico legally. Why would I need to go to Mexico illegally? I have no need to do that. But I've gone to Mexico. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, when I went to Mexico, the people, let's talk about this. When I went to Mexico, the people were so excited to have Americans in their country. America is the only place that I know of, right? Except for our like enemy countries, right? Russia, China, our enemy. Well, maybe not even China. I don't know. Our enemy countries probably don't want us there, right? If one of us steps foot in Russia, they'd probably be like, yeah, let's try to do something to take them, right? I wouldn't go to Russia, right? But I have gone to Mexico, and what I noticed about the people and the culture in Mexico, they are so excited to have Americans visit their country and see their culture. They are so excited to share their culture with Americans. That's what I experienced. And I was excited to learn about their culture, right? But Americans, we think that we're entitled to shit. We're not entitled to anything. This is our country. What makes it our country? The fact that we were born here, sure. But other people can come here and make a better life for themselves. Just because we were born in a place doesn't mean other people don't get the ability to come into that place and make a better life for themselves. Right? I mean, I have no intention to go to Mexico illegally. Okay, Dingo Dave. That's just my opinion. You know, some people don't get it. Some people don't understand. It's fine. It's fine. I probably got like a section of maggots that came across my post, but it's fine. I actually applaud. I applaud and I welcome this type of conversation on my channel, sorry. Trump is a criminal. Yeah, that too. But you know, the story that I'm trying to say to you, the point that I'm trying to get across to the people who believe what they believe, right? I don't think any Democrat is saying open the border. I honestly don't ever think that was the case. They're just saying don't pick people up from work, church, school, and whenever you want to because you feel like it. That's what they're saying. Never did I say it was right, but I feel like everybody deserves a right to citizenship, legal citizenship, not illegal citizenship. That's the point. Paul says, I'm not being mean, but if they came to your home and destroyed it and ruined you financially, would you be okay with it? Who is they? Who is they? You're talking about illegal immigrants? You're talking about immigrants? Or you're talking about protesters? I'm not sure who you're talking about, Paul. No one's coming to my... No, that's not okay. I wouldn't be okay with that. That's my home, though. That's my personal home, though. I wouldn't be okay with that. No, not at all. Not in the slightest. It's too many unvetted. Yes, illegal immigrants are protesters. No, I would not be okay with that at all. Unvetted. The thing is this. We cannot, and this is what I want you guys to understand. Here's the only point that I'm trying to make to you guys. We cannot push the rhetoric of all of these people are criminals. That's damaging rhetoric. That's damaging rhetoric to say that all of these people seeking citizenship in the United States are criminals. That's damaging. That's the point, the only main point I want to drive home. And if you don't see how it could be damaging, I don't know what to say. It's damaging. It's damaging. It's very damaging. I don't think people should be denied their rights. Honestly, that's what I'm going to say. I don't think people should be denied their rights. I understand, but it's becoming a human's rights issue now. It's becoming a human's rights issue now. When you see people being handled in this way by ICE agents, it's a human's rights issue. When people are being shipped to Guantanamo Bay and being shipped all over the country and the world, and children are being taken all over the country and the world, it's a human's right. These are people. That's my main concern. We can talk about vetting, we can talk about this and that, but what about the ones who are innocent, who aren't violent, and they get wrapped up in this shit? They're humans just like we all are. Right? That's just me. I also believe in cultural diversity as well.
Nah, Mega, come back to the front. Come back to the front. Y'all was all loud and bold and proud of everything. No. This is exactly what you voted for. Don't sit up here talking about something you were lied to. No, baby, you believe the lie you told yourself. You were trying to rationalize the thoughts of an irrational person, and now you sitting up here acting like you're in confusion. Nah, baby, this is exactly what you voted for. Now that Mimo and Papa don't have the Medicare coverage they need to take care of dialysis, now you talking about something that's not what you voted for. Now that he took away research funding for cancer treatment and the HIV vaccine, now this ain't what you voted for. Now that you and your kids can't eat no more because he took away SNAP benefits because you're disabled and can't get Medicaid for you and your kids no more. Now that ain't what you voted for. Oh no, baby, you voted for it all. You voted for it all. But because you thought it was going to affect people who look like me and other marginalized communities, you was more than willing to vote for him because you thought it was not going to affect you. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 3,000 times. Unless you are a millionaire, billionaire, or a dictator, you are a minority as well to that man. And now the rest of us got to find out because you decided to F around. I hope that helps. Nah, Mega, come back to the front. Come back to the front. Y'all was all...
Are the tanks ready for my parade? Wow, you're really acting like a dick. Tater?
No.
Elon, we need to fake a fight.
Okay, why?
People need distracting from my big, beautiful bill.
Can I have more drugs if I do it?
Sure, just don't tweet anything incriminating and hard to take back.
Everyone's going to be talking about us for a while after this.
Damn it, Elon, now everyone thinks I'm in the Epstein files.
You are.
That's not the point.
I'll just apologize in a few days.
How do we distract from this? Lord Voldemort.
Unleash ICE on the immigrants in LA.
Good idea. I'll say we need law and order.
Listening to a guy with 34 felonies say we need law and order is like listening to the Hamburglar say stop stealing quarter pounders.
Let's cause some riots.
Isn't that excessive?
There's a lot to distract from.
I fired the entire CDC vaccine advisory panel.
Can we connect his throat to the Wi-Fi or something?
Who did you replace them with? People who don't believe in vaccines. Huh, that's great.
And no gay boat names.
You want to change the name of the USNS Harvey Milk?
Yeah, with Straighty McStraightface. This also distracts from my deals with China.
Like we now have 55% tariffs?
Don't tell anyone, but that's worse than before.
Or that you might pull out of the deal with Australia and the UK that wards off their growing influence in the Pacific?
I gave China everything they wanted because that's the art of the deal. Shh, we're evacuating military from Bahrain and Kuwait.
Okay, why are we doing that?
I think we're going to war with Iran.
Oh.
What? Are the tanks ready for my parade?
Wow, you're really acting like a dick.
Tater?
No.
Elon, we need to fake a fight.
Okay, why?
People need distracting from my...
I guess we're racist. Oh, what'd you say, Paul? Sorry, that was... I guess we're racist because we support the Constitution. The guy who set people on fire. Look... Wait, what? You don't support the Constitution if you agree with what Donald Trump has been saying. You don't support the Constitution if you agree with what Donald Trump has been saying. Do we not understand? Do we need to read the Constitution? Do we know what Trump's trying to do with birthright citizenship? Do we need to read? I will sit here and read the Constitution with you guys. That is Amendment, 14? Amendment 14. Shall I pull it up? That's just one example. That's just one example amongst the many. The First Amendment, freedom of press, assembly, and speech. But you have a president who's saying if you protest his big birthday party, that you will be met with very big force. Those are two unconstitutional things that I just said. And I could probably go on and on and on. And if you guys want me to read the Constitution, I will. But like, it's. Oh, good God.
Okay. Yep. So let me get this straight. You're telling me I don't have to spend countless hours
Honestly,
consolidating
I don't know
our
what
company's
this
financial
is.
data anymore. It's all automated.
I don't know. That's my FYP. It's just kind of crazy. Let's see. How do we separate the good from the bad? Yeah. With the better immigration process. Does the immigration process need to be improved? Sure. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Does the government waste money? Sure. Sure. Nothing is perfect there. But aiming at certain marginalized groups of people is not the answer, because all you're doing is stirring up hate and division. Oh, people are running. I saw people running. Oh, I see smoke. Something just popped off. Oh, goodness.
Oh, they got one camera guy. Got a camera guy on the leg. Le pegó a un camarógrafo. Le pegó un camarógrafo en la pierna.
Individual shot by.
Les está mandando.
Our streets! Road streets! Our streets!
I think a fight just broke out over here somewhere. I don't know. Some type of fight broke out. I saw smoke. I don't understand why these journalists, I understand they're going to make their bosses really happy. I understand the independent journalists are going to make a lot of money for covering this, but I don't understand why they're going on the front lines of this. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous because at any moment you could be tear gas, you could be popped with a book, anything could happen. So these reporters who are used to like covering, some of them might be used to covering things like this, but I don't think most of them have that experience. So why are you standing on the front lines of this? It's just, it's not funny, but it's like, damn, like, I get it. It's, you want to be committed to your job, but damn, I've seen so many reporters get shot at. And like, I get it, but like, I mean, you need to be a safe distance. Like this guy here with the gas mask and the camera combo, like. Oh, the police are on this side over here. And they're talking to them on the megaphone, I think. The horse is like, get me out of here. I didn't sign up for this. I wasn't raised for this.
To let the cars go? Yeah, they let them go. They let the cars go. There are some that are stuck in here. There are some that are still stuck in here. And that's how. Hay unos carros que todavía están aquí atorados y no pueden moverse para enfrente ni para atrás.
Yeah, I can be civil.
Get closer.
I can be civil. I try to be as civil as I can be on YouTube. But there have been times on TikTok where I got a little bit upset because it's like people don't get it. Sometimes you just don't get it.
So this is the sheriff's SRT team. Right here, these are the sheriff's SRT team right here. Trying to do crowd control.
This is live right now. By the way, this is live right now. I think they're doing okay. I think there was some type of conflict, but I think it's over with now. They have their hands up over here. Something happened. Like when we came in, something was going on, but I think they're kind of calming it down a little bit. How do we vet the good from the bad? You know what? I'll turn that back on you and I'll ask you, how do we vet the good from the bad? I want to know from you, how do we vet the good from the bad? It's a question you guys give me. But how do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it? You know? And I think the misconception lies in that people are being trained to believe that there's more bad than good trying to gain citizenship. There's more bad than good trying to gain citizenship into the United States. For what? For what? If you're a bad guy, like, think about it. If you're a bad guy, you're a bad guy anywhere. You don't need to gain citizenship into another country to be a bad guy. You know what I mean? I feel like there are reasons that people seek to immigrate or to come to the United States. A lot of them are for educational reasons, job reasons, the same reason you might move from state to state, right? But I mean,
we're gonna get to a safe spot and then I'm gonna restart the live. Voy a poner aquí un lugar lejos. Voy a iniciar y después vamos a a meternos ahí en la acción. Sigan la cuenta y ahorita voy a volver a iniciar. Just follow the account. I'm gonna restart the live right now in a little bit. Saludos desde Honduras, saludos. ¿Qué edificio es este? Este es el edificio del...
I've been stopped for something I didn't do and been released because they had my information. Do we find out how bad they are after someone has been unalived? Okay. Do you guys believe that if we get rid of, if the United States picks up and deports everyone who's not supposed to be here by your standards, that the crime rate in the United States will drastically just plummet to the floor? Individuals have the capacity to commit crimes. Individuals have the capacity to commit crimes. We know this. The vetting process may need to be reformed. We know this. But does that justify us targeting an entire group of people? These are Mexican immigrants or Mexican Americans, however you want to put it. These are the only people. These are the only people I'm seeing. Oh, people are running. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll get back to it. The people with the bikes are the smartest people in this, in my opinion. Because when something just pops off, they can just drive off with their little motorbike. Oh, he ended it. But I kind of wanted to make a point to so when the Democrats... Oh, another one pops up. Okay. Here's another one. The police are jogging. Up 2, 3, 4ing. I'm sorry. It's just funny. The run is funny. Because it's like, y'all aren't really running. Y'all are just doing like a little traditional jog. It's funny to me. But they're repositioning, I guess.
First and second, down on third. Southbound Broadway.
Okay, so Benjamin says, so when Democrats burn down LA tonight, will it be Trump's fault? Oh my goodness. Honestly, no. You're Democrats are not burning down LA. There's people in that party, or people, you don't even know who these people are. They could have voted for Trump. You don't know who these people are that are doing this. They could have voted for Trump. But when people feel repressed, when people feel like they're losing their rights, when people feel repressed and they feel like losing their rights, they tend to rise up in protest. And you do have people who, unfortunately, use it to vandalize and do other things as well, you know? So, I don't think we should let the agitators distract. Okay, I'm not going to be in here too much longer, Lindsay Lou. I got to eat some food and finish my video I'm editing for the channel tonight. Just make sure you check out the video. It's going to be about a true crime case out of Pakistan, a young girl in Pakistan. See what kind of rights you have if you cross into Mexico. Why does everyone keep saying crossing into Mexico? Why is that the place? They're immigrants from all over the country here, y'all. Y'all realize there's immigrants from all over the country here, but we're only targeting Mexican people, Mexican Americans. It's kind of weird. It's weird to me. Also, you're right about Cali, that mask thing. Cali, who's Cali? Also, you're right, Cali, about that mask thing. Yeah, they do tell you when you're on an airplane, you put the mask over yourself, and then you put it. You put it over yourself, then you put it over your child. You know, but I think it's way bigger than just left and right. That's what people are saying. You guys are allowing Donald Trump and his policies to make you be a hateful person. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't become a hateful person because of Donald Trump. Don't do that. Don't become a hateful person because of Stephen Miller. Don't do that. Do not do that. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be at their golf clubs and they're going to be up sitting high on a hill. They're going to be sitting high on a hill looking down low at the destruction that they've created and maniacally laughing about it while you are struggling to feed your family. While we struggle day to day with normal, basic things that Americans should have. Donald Trump's not struggling with this shit. He's playing dictator. And that's sad because he can use his supporters, his constituents to fight the fight for him. And they're only fighting against themselves. It's not left versus right. It's not. It's never been left versus right. It's up versus down. You know, the more people like Donald Trump can get people like us to rally for him, the people at the bottom will never rise up. They will never have anything. They will never rise up to a position of saying, hey, I have a fork in this fight. No. People are stronger together. And that's what the government does not want. People together. Stop accepting money as a way to get off with crimes. Yeah, I get that too, Lindsay. Like, I truly do understand. I truly do feel like Donald Trump has a lot of influence and pull within Hollywood and things like this. And people that are rich can buy their way out. Get out of jail free card. You can already buy a Immigrate to America card for the low price of $5 million. So you don't think if you offered the administration or one of its foundations millions, you could get out of jail too? It's all about money. It's about money at the end of the day. It's not about right or left, black or white, gay or straight. It's about the money. And people don't realize that. We're just using it as an excuse to be miserable and to target each other, right? Stop accepting. Yeah, I read that already. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Official Stinger Mike.
Really, really good conversation with you guys here. I do think it's good to.
We're going after every one of your satellite broadcasters, all of them. You've heard of Tesla takedown. Allow me to introduce you to Fox takedown. Yeah! And rest assured, we will proverbially fuck shit up. I promise. Putin is a fucking loser. That's why he likes Donald Trump so much, because he's a fucking loser too.
America doesn't have a DEI problem right now. We have a competency problem because we have a Fox News weekend anchor named Pete Hegseth, who you tell me may or may not have been tipsy at the time he was sending around this classified information, breaking all the rules, putting at risk service members, and making terrible decisions while Mike Waltz, the National Security Advisor, is adding journalists
over
to the group chat.
Waltz.
America doesn't have a DEI problem.
Hey, one piece.
He ain't the
Yeah, who the fuck? My ex is a lawyer, and he broke up with.
If they came into this country illegally, then that makes them criminals. Why are we upset at ICE for getting rid of criminals? Okay, I hear you. This is going to be a history lesson in legality over morality. That is not the face of a 15-year-old Jewish girl who's done nothing wrong. That is the face of Anne Frank, a criminal. Her crime, being Jewish in 1945 Nazi-occupied Germany. Legality over morality. When you see this man, don't see a doctor or a pastor or a family man or a community leader. No. He was a criminal. He was arrested 30 times. I mean, he was a criminal, right? He was sitting in places he shouldn't have been. He was saying that people need equal rights. Disgusting and against the law. Legality over morality. This is not an innocent woman. This is Josefa Segovia, the first and only woman to be lynched by the neck by the court of California. And what was her crime? Oh, it was disgusting. I don't even want to say, but I'll tell you, okay? A white drunk man walked into her house, tried to have his way with her, and she shot him dead. How could she? He was a white man. She was a Mexican. And so, for her crimes, she was hung by the neck and justice was served. Legality over morality. This guy right here, criminal. What Judas did was the legally right thing to do. Don't get mad at Judas for following the law. Get mad at Jesus Christ for breaking the law. Legality over morality. In 1945, when Nazi soldiers were on court for what they had done, they all claimed the same thing. They weren't bad people. They were following the law. You know what the court said? Moral responsibility overrides legal obedience. Doing what's legal over doing what's right has never worked. It didn't work at Nuremberg, and when you get in front of whatever God you believe in, it ain't gonna work then. You wanna know why Los Angeles holds the records for the most riots in our country? It's not because we're mean or we're violent. It's because people always try to fuck around with the big dog. And they always find out who the fuck LA really is. Los Angeles withstood the fires, and we damn well are gonna survive the ice. If they came into this country illegally, then that makes them criminals.
Well, that's a good way to say it.
One hand on the club, the other.
Is anyone else convinced that the only reason we can't have good social safety programs in the United States, like a good social healthcare system and a good safety net system, is because of the bunch of white people who are racist? And here's what I mean. I am convinced that if you could tell the racists that only white people would get food stamps and universal healthcare and universal basic income, they would all vote for it. The only reason they don't want to vote for it is because they're afraid that black people and people of color might get it. And I can prove it. Look at back in the day, there used to be public pools in almost every town in the South. No matter how big or small the town was, they used to have a public pool. And then after the Civil Rights Act, they had to start letting people of color into their public pools. And white people decided they would rather fill the pools with concrete and let nobody swim than have to swim with black people. And I'm convinced the same thing happens with our social safety net. These people would rather suffer themselves than help black people too. I am so convinced this is why this country is so fucked. Is anyone else convinced that the only reason we can't have good...
All right, he's live again. Let's see.
Come! Now we got
even more people are coming. That's wild. Y'all, if you haven't already, do one of two things. Share the live and make sure you're following this account. We're going to be documenting the protests all week. We are going to be documenting protests here in Los Angeles all week, leading up until No King's Day in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. on Saturday, which we will be on the ground there as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you are following this account. Odds are you may think you're following this account. You're probably not, so just double check. Look at how many people are still coming over. This is a massive protest.
This system is falling apart piece by piece, and we are going to be the ones to build a new one.
Mermaid, I love you.
Are you ready to take up that task? Are you ready to fight for a new system? Are you going to stay in the street to end the deportations? Are you going to stay in the streets to stop the raids? Tell me the truth. They are more afraid of us than we are afraid of them. Is that right? As a matter of fact, if you looked at LAPD on the City Hall steps, they were sweating under those helmets. They were struggling up there because they know that they're looking down at people who are pissed off, who are outraged by their endless brutality.
Thank you for the love.
And they know that a wretched system that is falling apart at the seams cannot last. So we have to stay strong, we have to stay fearless, and we have to say ice out of LA! National Guard, go away! National Guard, go away! Ice out of LA! Ice out of LA! National Guard, go away! National Guard, go away! Ice out of LA! Ice out of LA! National Guard, go away! National Guard, go away! National Guard, go away! National Guard, go away! Make some noise, folks, so they can hear you back in
Hey everybody, there's 2,300 people in here right now. We are going, oh my gosh, sorry, didn't mean to give you polio like that. Okay, we're gonna be documenting this protest all week, if you haven't already. Follow this account.
More of us than there are them, and if we are sticking united, we're going to be more powerful than ever. Now, during the march,
We're going to be documenting these protests in Los Angeles all week leading up to No King's Day, which is June 14th. We're going to be at that point in either Washington, D.C. or Philadelphia. Again, if you are interested in keeping up to date on these protests, seeing them firsthand, and seeing just how peaceful they are, because they are peaceful, emphasis on this, then make sure that you are following. Again, you may think you're following, but you might not be, so double check.
during the march, I also saw the veterans, shout out to the veterans that are standing up for their rights. Shout out to the veterans.
Somebody said, Johnny, have you seen horses? I thought I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz pass by earlier, if that counts.
What?
I'm very honored to welcome up a veteran to speak to you all. Please give it up for Joyce.
They're lighting a joint. I guess it's legal there, but hey, I mean, I just. They're like, we about to get lifted. We about to get lifted at this motherfucking. I see you, bitches. These two people, there's some people over here, they're like, we're about to get high. Like, man, this is the time of a century. People, young adults living through this time, they must be having like the time of their life. Like, wow, like it's not a good feeling, right, to have to protest. But it does bring people together because people have been divided. People have been divided. And this brings people together. It's needed. These two right here, I'm done with them. Trump has a big old belly like Santa Claus. Don't have to like Trump, but I'm glad he wants to keep men out of men's sports. Huh? Women's sports? Huh? What men are in women's sports? I'm so lost. What men were in women's sports? I'm so confused about like what that debate is about. That's another attack on a marginalized community. It's another attack on a marginalized community. Because there are no men in women's sports. I've never heard of nothing like that. I've heard of co-ed sports before. But there's no men just like in damn sports. No.
You can say so. You know what's right.
Yeah, a lot of people. Let me pause it here. Hey, Angela. We're about to get off soon here, but like a lot of people, like Stephen Miller, are doing things like saying that these people that have the Mexican flags are like trying to take over the country because they're holding a Mexican flag. These people, like, again, United States is a country of immigrants, y'all. There's American flags. I see there's Brazilian flags. There's Mexican. There's, what is that one? Is that, I think that might be Ecuador. I don't know which one that one is. The blue and the white. There's all kinds of flags out here. And it's getting to my point that we are stronger together. What is all this division about? I don't see any Russian flags out there. I don't see any MAGA flags out there, but everybody's okay with that. Everybody's okay with the Confederate flag. Everybody's okay with the Trump flag. Some people are okay with the Germany flag, right? You know which flag I'm talking about. There's no flags out here that aren't our allied countries. These are all allied countries that people, their parents may have been from there. Couple Palestinian flags I see, but it's showing the message like we're stronger together, right? It's not showing the message that, oh, this country wants to take over the United States. But that's what's being pushed by the media. And people believe it. They're like, oh my God, they must be trying to conquer. Like, what? People can hold whatever flag they want to hold. But if you came out there with a Trump flag or some flag, that you might be in trouble, right? You might be in trouble, honestly. But people can do what they want. Let people express themselves. I don't understand why the Trump administration is so gung-ho on stopping people from expressing themselves. That is authoritarian-like. That is dictator-like, right? Why can't people express themselves freely? Why does it hurt you that they're expressing themselves freely with the right to protest, the right to fly these countries' flags? I don't know. They're probably flags they may be from there. They may were born there. Their parents could have been born there. They may have culture from there. You know, there's more to the United States than just the American flag. So I think this shows, solidarity, if anything. Palestinian, man, they can protest but not riot. There's no one out here rioting, Cali. These people are speaking. No one's out here rioting. Listen.
Not only is it illegal, but more than that, it's immoral. We are the people of the United States, and we're not going anywhere.
All right, y'all. If you haven't already, I need each of y'all to hit that follow button. We're going to close up in just a second. Again, if you haven't already, hit that follow button. You'll get a notification next time we go live documenting these protests. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. So again, if you haven't, hit that follow button now. Even if you think you are following, you probably are.
Yeah. You cannot riot and do violence. And if you're rioting and doing violence, you could be arrested for that. You could be arrested for rioting, setting fire to things, and you could be arrested. That's a crime. But the clear distinction is protesting is not a crime. Breaking into the Capitol and scaring the shit out of elected Congress people, that's a crime. That's a crime. Storming into a place of official business is a crime. United States business. It's a crime. Going to the streets and protesting is not. Busting a window out of a car is. So, I mean, it depends on whose side you're on. You know, we can't say, if you're saying that they can't riot and do violence, our president, Donald John Trump, pardoned 1,500 people who unalived 5 police officers and stormed the Capitol, broke into the nation's Capitol building. And he said that was not a crime. So how is this a crime? If that wasn't a crime, then this can't be a crime by comparison. Trans women are still men in women's sports. I did see somebody say that trans women are still men in women's sports. How many trans women are men in sports? I really don't. I honestly, okay, so the amount of trans people in the military is so small. The amount of trans people at all is such a small number, to the point where it is absolutely just a disgrace to even think that is an issue, right? It's such a small number. If you guys don't believe me, look it up. Look up how many trans people served in the military. Look up how many trans athletes served in, were in commission of like a sport. It's probably less than 20. It's probably less than 20. Right? We act like we care about women's sports. We do not care about women's sports. The conservatives and the Republican Party do not care about women or women's sports. Let's start there. They don't even watch the WNBA. The WNBA is like, if you guys know anything about the WNBA, no one watches that. I'm sorry. I think I like it, but people don't feed into women's sports as much as they do football or NBA and things like that. So when do we start caring about women's sports? It's used as a cover-up to attack a marginalized community. And that is the main point of, I guess, the entire live stream and the entire purpose of these protests. If you want to know, why are they doing this? Why are they protesting? Why are they causing so much hell and havoc? It's because of the attack on marginalized communities. That's where it starts. Poor people. These people here seem to be mostly Mexican immigrants, right? Trans people, gay people, Black people, right? People who do not agree with the ideals of the administration, marginalized communities. So we make an issue. We say, oh my God, there was a trans woman in Indiana, and that's just vile and repugnant. And we just cannot allow them to touch a basketball, or we cannot allow them to be in our military. There's not even that many people in that marginalized community for it to make an impact on virtually anything. So the fact that it's being pushed as one of the main points of this administration lets me know as a prudent human being that it's being used to attack those communities directly. You can't just go up and you can't just go up and attack the person, but you can, work around it. Yeah, most definitely. Windows of the Capitol were broken. The Capitol was vandalized. Okay. The Capitol, here's the point. Here's the point, guys. The Capitol was vandalized. Okay. If you don't believe me, I'll look it up. I don't know why people don't believe me when I say this. And our president said this. It's okay. This is why we make laws, create laws. This is one of the most respected places in our country, but it's fine. And you want to get upset about someone on the streets of LA, but he said it's okay. It's okay. They can do it in the Capitol. They can run a fucking mock. Okay? All you got to do is look up January 6th. Okay? That's all you got to do. They're not the same. If we look inside, right? If we look inside, there are windows broken. People lost their lives, actually. People were there for violence. Okay? And they had flags, all kinds of different flags. Okay? Okay? What the hell? This isn't a playground. This isn't a playground. This is the nation's capital. But you care about the Constitution and the laws that lie and the rights and responsibilities that we get within it. But you're in the Capitol doing this. But the president said, hey, it's okay. Let him go. But we want to talk about the issues in our country today that we want to talk about are a trans person holding a basketball or fighting for the country that they were born in, or looters in LA. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Hey, Angela. It's all wrong. But if this is okay, according to Donald Trump, why isn't it all okay? If this is okay, why isn't it all okay? They were pardoned. They took people out. They took people out. Gone. Police officers, the same police officers the administration says, if you hit a law enforcement officer, there will be hell to pay. They unalived them. They took them out. Look at this. I don't know if you've ever been inside the Capitol. I have been inside the Capitol, and it's actually amazingly clean, pristine, and beautiful in there. It's actually like the top of the, I guess you could say, like the rotunda in the Capitol, this part up here, it's all hand painted. I wouldn't even think to do it, but some people, they don't care. They don't care, right? They don't care. We can do whatever we want. And because our president gives us a get out of jail free card, right? Did you not see the buses dropping off instigators? Yes, I was allowed in. I was most definitely allowed in. I was allowed in. Okay. The rhetoric that they were allowed in. I mean, we can look at it, but We know what this is saying. Look at the flags. But we said we only want to fly the American flag here. That's what Trump said. That's what Stephen Miller said. Look at the flags. We have Confederate flags with weapons on them, W Trump, all kinds of stuff. How is it you can't go two ways with something? Okay? And this was on the day that Joe Biden was to be sworn in as the president. This was the day that Joe Biden were to be sworn in as the president. To make matters a little bit more messed up, okay? All right. I think it was the day that they were to confirm the vote or something of that nature. I can't really remember. All I remember is there are bad people on both sides. So you agree that Trump shouldn't have pardoned these people. It's the first thing he did. So Trump is telling us that this precedent, when we don't agree with something, is all right. So I don't want the people complaining about this, they need to have that same energy for all protests ever that have violence incorporated within.
You're mad. I'm back. Big man.
Shit, what was that?
So I'm seeing people are getting on here and saying that they're Cuban and from my.
All right. Yep. So that's.
Oh, and just know you getting the fuck up out that chair. Whether I gotta motherfucking pick that bitch up and throw it away, or I gotta drag you by your dirty, dusty ass, depends. You getting the fuck up out that chair in 3.5 years, bitch. Oh, and just know you get.
Bro, oh my goodness. Yeah, there are bad people on both sides. I do acknowledge that there are bad people on both sides of an issue. There's extremists on both sides of an issue, but that does not make you're right. Tell me what Trump said after peacefully marching to the Capitol. Peacefully marching to the Capitol. Peacefully marching to the Capitol. Peacefully marching to the Capitol is crazy. Peacefully. That was a disgrace, okay? That was an absolute disgrace. And Donald Trump shouldn't have even been eligible for re-election after that. Let's be for real. Let's talk. Let's be for real. Let's have some common sense. Okay? What happened to the Mitt Romney Republicans? The John McCain Republicans. What happened to them? Okay? What happened to politics? When did politics become a breeding ground for this type of shit to go on? It's sad. It's sad. It's not good. Hang on, I'm gonna get off here soon. I'm having fun talking about this with you guys. I usually talk about totally different topics, but I gotta edit a video. I gotta edit a video. I can't not edit my videos.
That part. That part. Look at her black. Isn't that cute? I love.
I'm sorry, but honestly, I prefer him over Donald Trump. At this point. At this point. Sorry. I'm just saying. That's just me. I don't know what other people think. And Trump wants a military parade. This is just like, are we living in a simulation? What's going on? He's not even ever been in the military. Like, what? I'll call it just untie the riots. These aren't riots. These are peaceful protests. These are not riots. What you're watching right now is not a riot. A riot is okay, I'm gonna look it up for you. I'm gonna give you the Webster Dictionary. This is not a riot we're watching right now, but Yeah, politicians may have to tell a lie or two to get into office. Lawyers may have to tell a lie or two to win a case. Politicians may have to cut a shady deal. That's politics. It's shitty, but there's, you know, it's life. There's no way to make it perfect, I feel. There's no way. All right, see you later. You're in California, 30 minutes from LA. They riots. Okay, well that's really, really, really cool, actually. I wish I was 30 minutes from LA. I was in Vegas a week ago. I was close, but it wasn't going on a week ago. I was in Vegas, Utah a week ago, but these people are peacefully protesting that we're watching here. There were some crazy videos that I saw. There were some crazy videos that I saw that I shared of people throwing bricks through windows. That guy needs to be signed by a Major League Baseball team. Honestly, I think they found that guy who's doing that. But that guy, those bricks, every single one he was throwing was going straight through a window. I'm like, that's some missed opportunities. Like, what? Yes, I can listen to both sides. I'm not going to be the type of person to be like, yeah, get out of here. But there are people who watch my content. They downvote my content whenever they feel like I'm talking badly about the administration or whatever that I don't agree with at all. They just call me, they say, talk shit and call me names and do shit like that. But I don't care. Honestly, I usually keep politics off my YouTube channel. I'm more political on TikTok, but sometimes you got to stand up for what you believe in, you know? And I agree. And I acknowledge the fact that even though I feel like the way I feel and as strongly as I feel, there's people on the other side that feel strongly about what they believe in as well. But when it starts to get like you're blatantly being hurtful or you're blatantly being you're blatantly trying to suppress people, especially minorities, that's when I get ruthless with it, because you can tell when somebody is doing it because of a nefarious racist reason, you know. But there's not really many people that can defend this for a long time, you know. So there's not much longer you can defend some shit like this. But I've had fun talking with you guys. I usually never go live this long, and I actually have a video to go edit, so I need to dip out. I have 6 minutes on that video left to do. I need to dip out on that. Okay, so thank you guys for coming out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be posting a video. It'll probably go up in the next 30 minutes or so. Yes, I've seen all of the damage. I've seen the graffiti for miles. I've seen these things, and the civil unrest. There's a lot of civil unrest in LA, and I'm hoping with time and the correct and people, there are people out here. There's a lot of people out here, right? Protesting, all different colors. There's people protesting out here, and they're all different colors of the rainbow. Look at them. These people all feel strongly about this, right? So I feel like these people don't want those bad people to fuck it up for them. So there are people out here that are seeing these people do this, and they're telling them to go away. They're telling them to stop, right? Because if one person does it, it makes everybody look just as bad, right? If one person does it, everybody looks like shit. But I feel like it would be a great thing to go out and see, but it's very dangerous. Honestly, very dangerous to be in the midst of this. Because anybody could come up at any time and throw something at a cop, and then everybody's getting chopped off that, you know. Anybody can do something in a split second. Thank you, Lindsay.
off the streets to keep it peaceful.
Fuck Donald Trump! We belong here! We're strong, we're resilient. Look at us standing up together! Look at all that! Look at us! Look at us! Fuck yeah! We stand together! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck ICE!
You want to stay here or go back over there? Stay here for a bit?
They're trying to go in the street, and they're like telling them, get out of the street, you know? Because they want to take over the street, but they're like trying to keep them on the sidewalk.
They don't want people too close to the street.
Because if they get in the street, that's it. Your shit gonna start off in the street.
Gain a little.
Why is that girl on top of me?
Thank you for the likes, the support. Tap, 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 like, follow. No King's Day next. I'll see if I can make it to the one they're having tomorrow also. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you. No human is illegal. No human is illegal. No human is illegal.
Whose town? Our town.
They said chant US. We're not proud to be American.
If you're white, are you vacationing in Mexico? If you love our Mexican food, you better be standing up.
Los inmigrantes son el corazón del país. Que vivan los inmigrantes. ICE, get out of LA. Yes, ICE, get out of LA. ICE. I drink my margaritas warm because, thank you, no ice.
The lady on the live is funny. It's funny as hell.
That's a nice jersey, Los Angeles. Nice jersey.
Okay.
Los Angeles, green and red.
¡Que viva la raza!
Off the streets! Off the streets! I'll take one. Off the streets! Say you guys.
Let me put this one in your
That flag is heavy. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Appreciate, we were in downtown the other day. Today we came support Englewood. Doing our part. In the weekend we'll be at the Pride riots, and then No King's Day. They're also having a trans pride. Yes, our right to protest and to fight for others. Yes. This is America. 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 This is America. America, land of the free. Vénganse para acá, mi gente, vénganse para acá, vénganse, necesitamos más gente. Aquí estamos en Englewood. Aquí, miren, aquí. Aquí estamos. Yeah, woo! Aquí tenemos chinos, gabachos, chinos, de todo un poco, aquí unidos todos juntos. Ay, no empiecen con sus mamadas, por favor, que nos van a pegar. None of that. Don't start with that. No empiecen con sus mamadas, por favor. They start doing donuts, we're out of here. That shit stinks. I don't know why people like that. That shit stinks. I don't know why people like doing donuts and going to that stuff. Like, how can you breathe that stuff? That's terrible. Oh. Those are esas mamadas, fucking knuckleheads.
Pride riot? What is Pride riot? I don't even know what that is.
No more donuts, please. No more donuts. It's a peaceful protest.
I don't even know what Pride riot is. It does not sound like anything good. Oh my God. It's called Pride riot? Oh my God. Okay, I'm probably going to hop off here, guys. I'm editing my video, getting it ready to go out. Make sure to check it out. It's a true crime case about a girl in Pakistan, a TikToker in Pakistan. I'll probably be back Friday. I'll be back Friday if we can continue to cover this civilly and peacefully. It'd be good. All right. I enjoyed it. Had a good time with you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Bye.